And we'll be going live in a few minutes with Dragon Age Origins. Just give me a sec for it to load up. As it does, I reach for the controller. I should start it sooner. I'm taking this is taking too long, but close the windows to make sure that I have the best. And welcome you all to our current show. Yeah, it does take a while to load. I should probably load it and then have it ready to go, because this is a long loading screen, and then after you start the game, it's another long loading screen. People who don't know, we killed the dragon last time. We killed the first of many dragons the Dragon Age Inquisition has. That has plenty of dragons compared to, say, all the other Dragon Age games. I think Dragon Age 2 had 2 dragons, and Dragon Age Origins also had 2 dragons. Like, you know, like the final boss, if you don't know. Spoilers for Origins, the Archdemon. It's a dragon. And you can fight another dragon. Well, you don't have to fight them, you can choose. And I think you also fight a dragon if you have one of the DLC. The Dragon Cult thing going on. So now we're in a marsh trying to rescue some Inquisition soldiers that got captured by the Avar, by a group of the Avar, and get them to safety. It's like, yeah, oh wait, I gotta do that. That's the thing I gotta do. If your mount is attacked and runs out of health, you will be thrown off. Okay, good to know. If my horse dies, oh, there we are. Sorry, it wasn't on screen. I was like, wait a minute. Why is my secondary screen blank? Blank. Can't blame the loading screen for that. Use tactical camera to focus your party's attacks automatically. Set targeting to follow another target party member in the tactics screen. Yeah, you don't have to mess with that. I guess the mark of the Rift ability instantly destroys demons near the Fade Rifts. Good to know. It does that, but sorry. But the problem with that is, gotta load up the game. If you, yeah, if this is sort of something of a glitch. If you start the game right here, it takes a while for it to just literally load up. You can see how people popping in, the terrain, and okay, now everything has been popped in, as it were. Everyone and everything. Everyone, everywhere.
Good to see you.
Okay, let's talk to Krem. I haven't talked to Krem in a while.
Inquisitor.
He sat
That's got
down.
a good ring to it.
We're happy to be here, Your Worship. You need anything, let me know.
Can we talk about the bull's charges?
Certainly. What can I tell you?
Have you had any other interesting jobs?
Had one noble whose rival had been told by a fortune teller that her death would come on feathered wings. The noble sent us after the rival. Not assassination, legal and everything, but we had to wear feathers. We sewed them into shirts over our armor. Should have seen the chief, all feathered up like the cock of the walk. Ended up retreating after all that. The rival choked to death a year later on a chicken bone.
We'll talk later.
Okay, I guess the fortune teller was right. Let's talk to Bull.
Inquisitor, come have a drink. To killing a high dragon like warriors of legend.
Don't ask questions, just drink. The animation here is a bit janky. Like he's like,
I know, right? Put some chest on your chest. That little gurgle right before it spat fire. And that roar. What I wouldn't
You
give
weren't
to
there,
roar
Bull.
like that. The way the
But I
ground
guess, you know,
shook
the game
when it
doesn't care.
landed. The smell of the fires burning. Tarsidathan Halsam. You know, Kunari hold dragons sacred. Well, as much as we hold anything sacred. Here, your turn.
That thing you just said. You shouted it during the fight, too. What does it mean?
Oh, Tarsidathan Halsam. Closest translation would be, I will bring myself sexual pleasure later, while thinking about this with great respect.
You shouted that while it was breathing fire.
you're gonna
I
masturbate
know,
to this?
right?
He's weird. Like, hey, I'm gonna fab to the idea of killing a lady dragon, I suppose.
Yes, the second cup's
Arable
easier.
seems like the kind of guy
Most
who
of the
would
nerves in
actually,
your
the
throat are
modern
dead
age, he
after the
would
first
actually
one.
be on Tumblr
Atashi,
looking to
the glorious ones.
dragons with boobies,
That's our
right?
word for them.
Like when they take characters and turn them, animal monsters, turn them into humans. Yeah.
Why do you think the Kunari
Why do I
think of
know
dragons
that?
that way?
Don't
Well,
ask.
you know how we have horns.
Just
We
don't.
kind of look more dragony than most people.
Don't.
Maybe it's that.
Better just don't.
But a few of the Ben Hasrath have this crazy old theory. See, the Tamasrans control who we mate with. They breed us for jobs like you'd breed dogs or horses. What if they mixed in some dragon a long time ago? Maybe drinking the blood, maybe magic, I don't know. But something in that dragon we killed spoke to me.
When you put it like that, I'm worried I killed one of your gods or something.
Nah, one of Tevinter's gods, maybe. They worship dragons, right? Kill the shit out of them all you like. Dragons are the embodiment of raw power. But it's all uncontrolled. Savage. So, they need to be destroyed. Taming the wild. Order out of chaos. Have another drink. Nice. To dragons.
To finding the biggest, baddest things in the world and showing them that we're badder.
Anan.
Yeah, a bit too comfy there, huh? Let me just go back to your kitchen, which is really my kitchen because it's in my place. So yeah, don't complain. Not gonna get anywhere with that. Let me pick up more things from the garden. From the garden. Whoopee.
Corypheus is back. Oh, shit.
You said he was a darkspawn or a magister. What is he really?
I'm not sure. I don't think Corypheus really knows either. He's definitely a darkspawn, but when we found him, it was pretty obvious he hadn't heard that. He thinks he's a magister, a priest of Dumat, in fact. He says he broke into the Golden City, like in the Chantry Tale.
If you and Hawk defeated him once, we can do it again.
We didn't just think Corypheus was dead. He was dead. No pulse, no breath, full of stab wounds. There wasn't a lot of room for doubt. It makes me wonder. I thought the Wardens imprisoned Corypheus to use him. Maybe they did it because he can't be killed.
How did you and Hawk even wind up in a Grey
In a
Warden
badly
prison
written
for ancient
DLC.
Darkspawn?
That's how.
Corypheus sent people after Hawk.
Oh.
He actually got control of an entire Carter clan. Made them drink darkspawn blood.
This is the part I don't like about Dragon Age
We
Inquisition.
tracked the Carter to an old dwarven
the sort
fort
of-
or something in the mountains. Of course, it turned out
Oh,
to be a
Dragon Age
trap.
2 is such a
They
great
needed Hawk's blood to
game.
open
Oh
the
my
locks
god,
holding
let me tell you
Corypheus.
how good it
And they
Well,
drew us
actually, it's
into
a bit
the
fair.
prison to
Like,
get it.
it actually acknowledges that not everybody likes
There
Dragon
has
Age
to
2.
be a way to defeat Corypheus. We'll find it, don't worry.
I hope you're right. Maker's breath, what have I let loose?
You had nothing to do with this, Varric.
I was the one who led Hawk to Corypheus. If I hadn't tracked the Carter to that ruin. But you've got more important things to do than listen to me
If the
worry.
writers didn't know
Just
how to
let me know
write a
when you
good
want something
story,
shot.
Dragon Age 2 writers, that is, none of this would have happened. I mean, you could have Corypheus as an enemy. As an enemy, Corypheus is just fine, right? It's a serviceable, pretty intimidating when he shows up in this game, because, you know, they have actual good writers here.
Inquisitor.
But not so much when in the DLC. And in fact, the fact that it was a DLC villain, not even a main story villain, it's what really is like. I think it's so irritating to me. Well, one of many. May our love endure. Well, it will endure in somebody else's pocket, I think. I got so much crap. Yeah, by the time I get that,
I don't need you, sister.
You're carrying a heavy burden for one so young.
I'll carry it back to Crestwood and kill those bandits. That's what Father would have wanted.
He'd want you to live a good life.
He's dead. You didn't know him.
okay. Okay then, back to the swamp. Beneath the mire. The fallow mire. Where was... Okay, here I was. Travel to that location. Okay, we're gonna change. We have Black Wall. We're gonna have... Who should I have on this one? Vivian is doing well, but let's have Dorian. And Varric. No, Blackwall, Varric, and Dorian for a change. Let's see if that works. Cole. His name is Cole. He's not that old, perhaps 20 years, no more than he was blonde hair that hangs in front of his eyes. He wears dirty leathers, perhaps the only clothes he owns. Is there where you found this temporary crypt, where you couldn't see him. Nobody can. Those who forget him. They also included, like, Cole is a character from a tie-in novel or story. Again, I don't mind tie-in material. The problem is when you bring it to a main story, it's like, oh, who is this character? And if you're not very good at presenting the information, it's like, I don't know, you know. And so it kind of forces you to read the material, which is not really canon, right? It can't be because it's not part of the game, right? I already have that. Thank you for giving me the prompt that I finish a quest that I already finished. Summerstone. Ah, nice. Normally this is a hard fight, but intense chain line. I think I have it. I'm a chain liner kind of guy. The demons are clever. More blue vitriol. More sweary. Yep. Here come the undead. Here come the upstepper. this? Notes on the start. Collection quickly jotted notes written in a blocky hand. Moon rose a few minutes later today than it did with go. I don't think it most like stars do it because it's closer. It enters. Magnetic stuff. Can't scare the undead, Dorian. They're dead. They're not afraid of life. No, they're not afraid of dying. This is a lot of exploration, basically, which is cool. Here comes the Avar. Firm morning star. How firm is it? Yeah, it's a useless blue. Like I said, that idea that, oh, you got a blue piece of something. It's like, okay, but you can't really use it. Like, oh, alright. So I got something I can't really use. Because it's weaker than I already have. Yeah, I'll be level 13 when I'm done with this. Definitely. Must be an exit here somewhere. Ah. More summer stone. Yes, I'm gonna pick up everything I find. Ah, here we are. Warden
A
battle.
Grey Warden recruiter. That sounds interesting.
It's not easy finding people willing to shoulder such a terrible responsibility.
Here I thought you poked around prisons, hunting for murderers, desperate to escape the noose.
That's what you think of wardens.
It's not such a terrible thing. Some of my best friends are murderers.
They are men and women atoning for what they've done by giving of themselves. They fight for people like you, people in silks and velvets, who talk and judge.
Who's judging now?
I know your kind.
Okay, let me see that armor. Oh, is not great. it's better than what Dorian already had, which is always good.
One down!
Boom, boom, boom. No, not that slow. There's other things I have to look for, but let's finish this and then I'll come back for them. If I stumble across something else, so be it. I like fire and lightning, but I'm thinking that, yeah, ice is the best. Whoa. Is the best, you know. Area or crowd control element. Of our mages are just too good in this game.
We look around.
Another blighter falls. Oh. Dorian, drink your... Drink your shit, dude. Somebody didn't live through this. Another reason why I play with a console is because the clicky thing probably eat your keyboard alive. Constantly clicking to find out, you know, where the things are. Okay, we're gonna have ourselves a fight here now. Everybody be ready. Ready?
Free of corpses back to the shore.
Sound strategy.
Getting a lot of spirit essence here. Good for something, I guess. Balefire and the Fallow Mire. These unreadable runes evoke for a moment sudden and farm feeling of smug and vengeful triumph. As a difficult problem has been solved, there's the image of a bottle elixir. Then it fades. A cipher written in the last page of Apostle Widri's journal corresponds to the Balefire writing on the Fallow Mire. The cipher messages are notes that, when taken to them, instruct on how to concoct a particular dangerous poison. That's interesting.
How do you like being described? As grizzled or masculine?
Do I really have a choice?
No, I was just being polite. Going with grizzled, then?
He's writing stories like, yeah, how do you want me to talk about you in my story? Because he's actually a dwarven rogue, but in fact he's a dwarven. In D&D he would be considered a dwarven rogue bard, right? Here they simplify things, so they're basically a bard and a rogue. It's part of a bard classification. So, like, how do you want me to write you about? Like, how about don't? I'm gonna do it anyway. It's gonna be fun. It's like, just don't. Barrack for the love of all that is holy. Just sip it. Just don't even. Go ahead. Yeah, I gotta go back and sell stuff. Well. Goodbye. I say hello, you say goodbye. Haven calling. It's Caswell the Magnificent. Okay, that's for Cassie, and Cassie needs it, so we're gonna have to destroy. Okay. We're going back to Skyhold for a moment. That's the thing about, well, all Dungeons and Dragons based video games, you really think about it. They're back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Having to sell all the crap. Okay, I'm gonna strip all these things of their things that they have so I can sell them off. Oh, I'm gonna buy some blank stones too. I need those. I am the trainer. Not trainer, like the character, but train. Yeah, I know what I mean.
Your worship.
In fact, I'm thinking of selling all my grays. Just, I mean, some of them are pretty good, but they're gray, so I'm gonna have a policy that if it's not blue, at least blue, I'm just gonna sell them.
The pen is mightier, Miles.
Yeah, I know it's boring. But it is what it is. So kind of things you have to do. Yeah, I gotta do what you gotta do. Let me see. Do I have anything to modify potions? And that's what you're constantly picking up elf fruit, because elf fruit is the one that really helps you, you know, remake all your stuff. Let me check the war table since I'm here.
It's a bit cold in here, don't you think? We are in the mountains.
I'm more concerned about everything scattering whenever there's a draft. To work?
Let's see what we have. Let us begin.
I like the banter. The banter in this game is pretty good. Again, it's and sometimes even we said even better than Origins. Uh, Except that unlike Origins, you don't have specific areas where you can trigger it. Like there, okay, in Origins, when you go to the Dwarven Kingdom, or somewhere, there is a particular part of a bridge.
Inquisitor, I've something for you.
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
Where I did this. I need Tumble Rips, Inquisition Propaganda, Druffalo Hide. I gotta kill a Druffalo. I could have done that back in Haven. But I did not. Where the draw follow roam. I think I missed a couple of things, but let's go here. Let's finish this. Let's finish. Let's save the Inquisition soldiers. And take down those who would challenge my rule. I mean, you know, arrogant little bastards who think they can beat me.
Done and done.
Dumb and Dumber? Oh yeah, I gotta also turn in a lot of the things that research
More
them.
undead. Don't waste time on them. Head for the castle.
We should look around. We're wasting time. Head toward the castle.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta kill these guys.
Get to the castle!
Closes the outer door, opens the inner door. And the real reason why I'm here. Barrack, if you please.
The history of the Grey Wardens is fascinating.
Ah, superb belt of healing. Ah, Bianca Arms 3. I think I already had that, but... Must be the banner of the Avar. Some schematics.
Herald of Andraste, face me! I am the hand of God himself!
Yeah,
Excellent.
Herald of Andraste.
I dealt with the Avar. Is everyone all right?
Yes, your worship. The injured need some rest, but we can return on our own.
I can't believe the Herald came for us. I told you he would.
Your god looks after you, Herald. There lies the brat. His father, chief of our holding, would duel me for the loss if he cared enough.
The Inquisition has a purpose your chief lacks.
Is this why the Lady of the Skies led me here? To help heal the wounds in her skin? Aye, I'll join you. Let me make peace with my kid and I'll find where you set your flag.
very manly. Agent acquired. To Skyhold. I mean, I like the fact that you have Skyhold as a central location. In many ways, I think it's better than the Citadel. And that's something that you didn't necessarily have Well, I think one of the DLC in Origins is supposed to serve that way, but it doesn't because it only gives you a couple of stores. It doesn't really. Let me see. Iron Bull. Yeah, no. The gift from the Mountain Father doesn't. Yeah, it's good, but not good enough. I'll take the stuff that is in that weapon, sell it.
Worship.
Worship. Oh. I effed it up. See, if you load there, then it has that effect, but otherwise. Is it in Judgment?
Worship.
It's you. Your worship. I'm serving now. In a different way.
That's people you save. It's also cool that if you save everybody, you can see them again. Let us sit in judgment then. See who do we judge.
This was a surprise. After you return from the bogs, we discovered this man attacking the building with a goat. Chief Movran the Under.
Actually farted.
He feels slighted by the killing of his Avar tribesmen, who repeatedly attacked you first. What should we do with him? Where should he go?
Yeah.
You answered the death of your clan with a goat.
A courtroom? Unnecessary. You killed my idiot son, and I answered, as is my custom, by smacking your holdings with goat's blood.
Don't look at me.
No foul. You meant to murder Tevinters, but got feisty with your inquisition. A red-headed mother guarantees a brat. Do as you've earned, Inquisitor. My clan yields. My remaining boys have brains still in their heads.
It is called a gibbet.
It seems our conflict was accidental, Chief Movran, but it can't be repeated. I banish you and your clan, with as many weapons as you can carry, to Tevinter.
My idiot boy got us something after all.
Everybody approves. Apparently sticking it to Tevinter, it's even something that Dorian approves. Like, yeah, sure, go with that. Why not?
This is where a...
once you get proximity heal on the regen and you give it, everybody has regen. It's like everybody, and well, you don't usually use them except maybe when you're fighting giants or dragons. That's usually when it's like, oh damn, yeah, I gotta use this because it's important.
You've made such intriguing design choices for the castle, my dear. They must be inspired.
I strive to match your elegant sense of style.
When things have settled down a bit, I will take you to Val Royo and introduce you to my seamstress. And appearances are important. We can't have you mistaken for a commoner.
I suppose it's important to show that we're an authority to be respected.
Not just respected, my dear. Awed, feared, aspired to. You command an army of the faithful, outfitted by the coin of the nobility. You must be a man who the common folk aspire to be and to whom the nobility bow.
That's quite a lot for one person to pull off, don't you think?
It is a challenge all great leaders must face, Inquisitor. As the stories of the Inquisition spread, more and more people will wonder if you are the man they say you are. They will question what they've heard, but they will believe what they see. They must see someone greater than legends.
If that's your standard for me, what does the Divine have to live up to?
Andraste and the Maker cast very large shadows. The Divine absolutely must set the example for all Thedas. She must seem to be the embodiment of the Maker to the faithful. She needs the authority of the Maker and the charisma of Andraste. It will be no small task to fill that vacant throne. How may I help you?
Is there anything I can do to help your efforts in restoring the Circle?
After the Circles fell, their libraries were plundered by scavengers. 1,000 years of recorded knowledge in the hands of bandits. It makes me sick to think of it. I've received news that some tombs have been located, if you are interested in righting this wrong.
I'll look into it for you.
If you can take care of this matter, the Circle would be in your debt.
Yeah, I had 2 missing pieces here, but I don't know where they are. I'll check them later. Oh, I also have to talk to Cullen. Cullen, Commander Cullen. Calling Commander Cullen. Cullen.
Inquisitor, I've found where the Red Templars come from. They're in Fall Redoubt. The Knights were fed red lyrium until they turned into monsters. Samson took over after their corruption was complete.
How do you know Samson?
He was a Templar in Kirkwall, until he was expelled from the Order. I knew he was an addict, but this... Red lyrium is nothing like the lyrium given by the Chantry. Its power comes with a terrible madness.
The Red Templars swarming Haven were proof enough.
We cannot allow them to gain strength. The Red Templars still require lyrium. If we find their source, we can weaken them and their leader.
I like finding the Red Templars' vulnerabilities before fighting them head-on.
We'll need every advantage against what courses through their veins. Caravans of red lyrium are being smuggled along trade roads. Investigating them could lead to where it's being mined. If you confront them, be wary. Anything connected to Samson will be well guarded.
Okay, now we go to Cassandra. Barrack. And let's go with the classic team. Yes, let's go with them. There's another dragon here, so this would be the second dragon. So it's 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there are 9 dragons, I think, total. Not counting any dragons in DLC that I don't have right now. So the Blackened Podium. Thursday is gonna be a busy day and night, because if it works on this PC, I will be playing Monster Hunter PC, the version of the PC, and Cassandra wants to level up. Okay, let's level up Cassandra. And she will sorry, not Cassandra, but during the day I will be participating on a new online RPG. Will be televised, will be streamed by an RPG Glorious channel. Hopefully I can mirror it here, and you can see that. You see me and RP Glory, Ted, and other people, and the other people. It's a sci-fi. I play the captain of the Gamble. The Tarquin's card. Yeah. That's what we do. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap.
Did you see how the Grey Wardens saved me from those corpses? They're amazing. I'm going to see if they're looking for recruits.
You want to join the Grey Wardens now?
Oh, Baker. You're the Inquisitor. But yes, the Wardens are heroes. They saved me from those demons, your worship. With all that's happening, I'd like to help people the same way.
Wardens will do anything to stop the blood. There is much to admire in that commitment, but much to be wary of as well.
Listen to him. Joining the Wardens isn't the best idea right now.
Yes, your worship. I'm sure there's something else I can do to help.
I don't get, well, I'll talk about Solus and the Wardens later, but for now, I'm like, yeah, that kind of sounds like a no. Even as he's wearing Warden armor.
Undead by the gates.
The guards need help.
And they shall get it.
Thanks for your help, but I fear we haven't seen the end of these creatures.
How many did we lose?
No one this time.
Did you see? The corpses are coming from where all
I'm just gonna climb up here and take whatever you have, and sure, you don't mind. Well, even if you do mind, I'm gonna do it anyway, so might as well. Like, sir, why are you climbing on top of my house? Because you got stuff I want. But, sir, I'm a poor farmer.
A moment, your worship. Why doesn't Judith live in the village while this is going on? Maker, if something happens...
Are you looking for someone named Judith?
Oh, was I speaking out loud? Judith lives outside the village. I asked her to hide here when the undead came, but she wouldn't hear it.
Why wouldn't she hide where it's safer?
One thing I don't like is that everything's wet, and so everybody has this, and everything in this game has, when in wet areas, has a wet chain for some reason. Like they're all out.
Good day to you.
And to you.
That's a different color stone or what? Right? Like they're all out and they don't know how to get dry.
About time someone took out those bloody highwaymen. Good on you, sir.
I hope you thrashed those highwaymen there and back again. They took all we had last winter.
All we had last winter.
Go away!
Hey, I'm going.
Please! Where could use your assistance?
Let me rob you. I mean, let me take these things
The
first.
people are moving into the keep. We'll finally have someone to trade with.
Read. Message born on 1 point. It's a dragon again. Yep, there's a dragon. There's the dragon. Here's your sign. Major's house.
The Inquisitor. Oh, Mayor Dedrick of Crestwood Village. At
That's
your
a very
service,
nasty
despite
painting,
everything.
or what's a
Are you
mural painting with
here to
demons?
stop the undead?
We will, right? I mean, these people are terrified.
The gate to the dam controls is locked. Do you have a key?
Whatever for? Are you trying to stop that green light? The undead attacked after it came, but... Your worship, please don't risk your life.
Crestwood can't last much longer. I don't want to leave without doing what I can.
I suppose it must come to this. This key unlocks the gate to the dam controls past the fort. The rift must be in the caves under Old Crestwood. But, Inquisitor, I would not linger there.
Until later.
Of course.
He took me house. And my family. And me grain and me dog and me everything. Nasty buggers. I hates them all. Thieving bastards. No. I need the quarries.
And let the world once more. You honor us, Inquisitor. I am Sister Vaughn. Does the mayor finally plan to drain the lake? I must find someone to retrieve the remains of those lost there.
Have I interrupted a funeral service?
We lost many friends in the first attack. There will be endless time to mourn. The fear is how many more will be added to the pyre.
You want to exhume the corpses at the bottom of the lake?
They were the Maker's children. Their earthly bodies deserve better than abandonment in a mire. A few funeral service will help put living minds at ease.
Your devotion does you credit, sister.
Seeker Pentacast. Forgive me. I did not expect to see the right hand of the divine in our humble village.
Be at ease. We have too much to do to stand on rank.
Yes, Seeker. As you say.
Till later.
Andraste guide you.
Inquisition grows.
It was never my Inquisition, Solas.
You did the brutal, thankless work of putting the wheels in motion. You feel no regret at letting that power pass to another?
I did my part, but the power you describe was never mine to carry. I know myself, and I cannot be the leader we need. Thus, I have no regrets.
You surprise me again, Seeker.
Your opinion of me must be very low for me to surprise you so often.
Not low, but realistic. Very few, however honorable, release power they have won.
Yeah, one weakness, and I know a lot of people who have said this, which is because it's true, is that because I think BioWare has been making open world games for a while now. It's just that they have been more of a somewhat open games in the sense of hub-based games, right? And this is certainly a hub-based game, but it has much larger environments. It suffers from what most open world games, especially of this era, suffer from, which is sort of the kind of, bloat requires. Like, oh, it's an open world game, which basically means an open map, right? What do? Well, we're gonna put the stuff that needs, collectathons, and that's what they call it, blood, because it's the kind of thing that's expected in the world like this. So the plants and stuff like that, not badly done. I've seen it much worse. Again, Andromeda. And it hadn't when this game came out, was reaching a certain level of fatigue. Although open world games are still out there, right? And the thing about the collectathon, it comes really from the MMO. Really, although collecting stuff in games has been around for a very long time, but and open environments and the like. But I think it has reached peak in which you say, okay, why am I doing this, right? And I think the saving grace here is that collecting all this stuff, you can say, well, you know, we're doing let's look dwarven. You know, we're doing it for the crafting. Improving our potions, that sort of thing, right? When there's no food coming into the road, I tried to go hunting this morning, but they're everywhere. They'll be safe. Well, we probably didn't make it, so. It encouraged exploration on one hand, and I love the explorer, just walking around and seeing things and finding new places. But once you play the game a couple of times, it's like, well, I've kind of seen everything. And if you haven't seen something, you have to go through so much of the game. Sometimes a smaller game is better. And like I said, now in this part of the mid-time of the game, you find one of the problems with the game being so large, and that's over-leveling. There's so much mini monsters to kill and stuff like that that you are going to overload. Oh, this is charming. A collection of skulls. Right there for the picking, I take it. Okay, we're back here. Okay, let's move. Let's travel over here. Okay, to the castle. Let's go back to the castle. Whoop. If the game was, the stream didn't disagree with me. Always be selling, always be closing, I guess.
Inquisitor. Your worship.
Any fresh gossip on Lady Janice?
Definitely a spy. The question is for who?
I think it's Virantium. With Inquisitor.
Ah, piss.
We're, just catching up with each other after an assignment.
That part's fine. Just don't lock me out of my own keep.
No, Inquisitor. It won't happen again. I swear it.
Nose a little brown, Reeve.
Quiet, you.
Yeah, this is not the way to go. Sorry. Keep going this way, I don't know why.
Your worship.
Yeah, I'm noticing the slowdowns.
Here. The mayor said the dam controls were through this gate.
There we go. To the dam. I think I'm going the wrong direction. I can't take that. Yeah, no, I gotta go here. Not that way. How do people live without lightning rods? I mean, like literally survive. Because I'm betting that a lot of these homes would just go up in smoke. Like that. Look at that. Jeez.
That
Well,
building on the dam must be where we can open the floodgates.
all Crestwood. Just like that. Let me see my recipes. What do I have for recipes? Courtyard upgrade, fellow Margella Oven, Christian propaganda, jar of peace, living poison, pitch grenade, radiant potion, tome of rifts. and schematics.
Now that they are allied with the Inquisition, the rebel mages are likely to enjoy more freedoms.
I expect you are correct.
I thought you would be pleased.
I will be pleased when the world we share is not threatened by a blight-corrupted madman. Regardless of who is responsible, the conflict between Templars and mages helped Corypheus rise to power. We cannot afford to let political infighting distract us from our duty.
Agreed. When it is done, I promise what you have done here will not be forgotten.
Thank you, Seeker. I think.
Yeah. That's... Uh-oh.
What in...
Ah, wonderful.
The Inquisitor?
Oh,
we didn't know you were here, sir. Please
right.
don't tell anyone.
How did you get past the guards?
There weren't any when we got here.
We just heard you killed the bandits, your worship. We didn't know you were moving in, we promise. You won't tell people we were here, will you?
I see you couldn't resist the thrill of a decrepit pub.
There's nowhere else, sir. Everyone is crammed into the village.
Lonnie's parents would have a fit if they saw us. We'll have to wait an hour to go back. Your father will still be up.
I knew this was a mistake.
We could try the caves.
You hate spiders.
You find somewhere next time.
They were gonna shag and then it's like, nope. I'm gonna get busy with it. Oh. This is interesting.
That sounds like it worked. Let's take a look.
Indeed it worked. At least appears to be. Oh, there she
An
is.
impressive creature. There is a purity in such undiluted power.
I'm sorry, well, you can fight 9 dragons, but there are 11 dragons in the game. Just to make that clear. Already dead, dude. Solas, standing in the middle of a rift like that probably is not good for your health. Just saying. I don't know what kind of energies are being irradiated from
The wards are working.
We should look around.
Let's look around. These are barnacles, not piles of, well, something. Oh, there was a fight here.
This is old Crestwood.
I can feel the weakness in the veil even above ground. Spirits are being called here like moths to flame.
And it's 10 o'clock, so we're gonna leave it here for tonight. We're gonna pick up the game tomorrow at around 2 o'clock afternoon Eastern. And you're more than welcome to join us. So thank you all for coming. And, well, let's get the heck out of here first. And, of course, we will see you when we see you. Bye.